And we're back. So we are here talking to Kim still, and I'm telling you, we're going to jump right back in. You guys don't want to hear me talk. You want to hear her talk. Let's go ahead and go. Kim, you are now in, what do they call Atlanta now? Hotlanta, the new Black Hollywood, the Hollywood. You've been everywhere. I mean, this is. What is this to you? What is the new Black Hollywood?
Well, I honestly, I wish that we would stop trying to label everything all the time, and just, this is where work is. Bottom line. Doesn't matter if it's, Black Hollywood or let Hollywood be Hollywood. Yeah. You're Atlanta, where work is. You know what I mean? And so I feel like we get very hung up as a society on labels. Vancouver doesn't, Canada is not changing its name to the new Canadian Hollywood. I mean, it's just where work is. And right now, the more we embrace our global selves, the more that work is everywhere right now. So you get into a gypsy spirit. You go where the work is.
Yeah. Do you feel that you've benefited from this the big talk of, the whole tax incentive?
Sure, absolutely. I've benefited as an actor because there's more work that comes here. And so I've benefited as a director because I'm also directing projects here. As a producer, somebody who produces projects here. And so our productions have benefited. So very much so. I think George is doing great. The project I just finished, my new series that we just finished filming in Savannah. Savannah's got additional tax incentives and tax breaks. So we've been, filming there for 12 weeks, and that's been, wonderful to work there as well.
You do so much behind the camera, in front of the camera. What do you prefer? And I know you're probably going to say it depends on what the project might be, but where do you feel yourself now?
Honestly, again, that gypsy spirit. Honestly, what the work is, what's the material, and really the timing of it. There are some times where I honestly just don't feel like being bothered with the whole scope of a production that I would have to take that on if I was director or director-producer. Like this last piece I did in Savannah. I was actress. Go in, say my lines, and deuces. I mean, and it depends on things like if the children are in school versus summer vacation, if they need more of me or a little less of me, and, those sorts of things. So it really is an ebb and flow, but I love all of it.
Let's talk about the kids.
Yes.
As you were a child in this field, do you encourage them to come in the field?
Well, when Chris and I started our family, we knew that our responsibility was to introduce our child, and then subsequently our children to everything amazing that the Lord and the world had to offer. And then whatever they felt God pulling them towards as far as their purpose, then that's what we nurture. That's what we grow and develop with them and with God. We would never push them towards anything, and we would never limit them. Exactly. If we felt that it was something that they were, called to do or even interested in. And if it were in the entertainment industry, between my mom and me, we our village knows how to have people in the industry that are still sane. So we felt like if that was part of their calling, then we certainly could navigate with them in those waters.
Okay. We're going to talk about a lot of things today, and one of them that everyone is also talking about all the time, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Looking back, how do you feel?
Great.
What do you feel?
I feel great.
I love it.
I feel great because it was an opportunity and an experience that no one saw coming. Truth be told, we didn't even see coming. And yet we felt it was an opportunity to let our light shine as a couple, as an individual, as a mom, as an entrepreneur, as an actress, and just a different style of person, that would then be integrated with the rest of the personalities. So, number one, I don't live in regrets. And number two, and probably more importantly, if I really think about it, I was true to myself. And that's what I said I was going to be all along. And that was my end game. And my family's end game, and so we came out just like we went in.
Just like you went in.
You know what I mean? And at the same time, still got some valuable lessons, like the idea of having me time, and things like that, and realizing how important that is.
Would you do anything different? Because you don't think in regrets.
I don't think in regrets. I don't think I would do anything different per se, because also That's a party that's been going on for 8 years
Yes.
by the time I was there.
Exactly. It already
And
started
so-
before you
yeah,
got
exactly.
there.
So, I'm not the kind of person, nor am I the kind of professional that's still a professional environment. It's
Yeah.
still a show. And so I would never try to have someone rebuild their whole house just
No.
because I'm a guest.
Right.
So at that point, I wouldn't do it differently.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you have more understanding if we were going to do it again, that sort of thing.
Right.
Or like you said, do it differently. But still wouldn't do anything differently because, again, we got out of it
What you were gonna-
we got out of it and what we were
Exactly.
supposed to.
Right. Would you ever do another reality show again?
We've talked about that a lot, and we still get approached all the time,
time,
about
huh?
doing reality. And I said to Chris, I think it was maybe 2 days ago, because CNN is running the special, The 90s.
Yes.
And they were talking about the real world and the cameras just being there and capturing everything. And I said, you know what, babe? I think somewhere in my subconscious, that's what I thought
Chris was like,
our reality
"Oh,
experience
no."
was going to be. And he was like, oh, bless your heart. He's like, yeah, no.
Right.
Because I
Not
was
at
like, yeah,
all.
if cameras are all around, they just let us do our thing,
Right.
and then we all edit that. And
then-
maybe.
Right.
And right now, if I do a video on Instagram and we get anywhere from 12,000 to 400,000
Yeah.
views,
Mm-hmm.
that might be my reality
Right.
show.
Exactly. No, seriously. It's like,
so,
and you
yeah.
came on completely different. You're a kind of person that this is the field that you are in. So everyone was just different. And
Yeah.
it's just one of those things where everyone's like, I wonder if Kim feel like she got gypped doing this in a sense, because it's like she came in, she's an actress, she's accustomed to this life, and a lot of people
Yeah.
aren't.
Well, I understand, the genre
Yeah.
that I was going into as well. So it's not like I was expecting this to be another scripted environment and that type of schedule and those things. So I did understand, all of that. I went in eyes wide open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were absolutely amazing on it.
Thank you.
Dancing with the Stars. Okay, so that is mentally and physically when I
Yes.
watch how does that I never think, I always wonder, like, what is it, how long does it take for people to learn? How do they do something like
Yeah.
this? They're up against the best.
Yeah.
Their bodies are going to be amazing after this. This
Yes.
is 1,000 things come in your mind, but you know what, before we even start,
Yes.
we'll be right back. Am I not good?
That was
Kim? Tell the
good.
truth, really?
That was good. She was good. I'm impressed.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned.